What's up guys, Georgia is here back again with me. So today I want to show you how to make this 3D visualization for the Perfume products. And by the way, if you saw this plant, I just make this plant using geometry node. And if you interesting and want to know how I made this one, you can comment down below and I will try to make this thing. But by the way, if you want to have this file, you can join to be my Patreon, link down below, and you can have it this object also there on file. So you can join to my Patreon. For a few dollars you can have everything from the tutorial video. And by the way, before continue to this tutorial video, feel free to subscribe, and thank you so much for always supporting this channel. And now let's go move into this tutorial video. Alright, so guys, first thing first, I want to use this cylinder and just keep it in a little bit more high, something like that. And now that we can do here, let's bring up a little bit. I think something like this part, that will be fine. And now just grab it up more like this, select this part and this, and selection. Let's hide this first. We can go back here and just hold this part and make it a little bit small, at least something like this. We can bring up G and Z, so just something like this, not so much, that will be fine. And let's bring back this cylinder, so the cylinder will be here, and just grab it up a little bit. Alright, so from here we can make it a little bit small here. So now click I to insert that and just bring up a little bit, at least something like this. So we will make some spray from here, and we can bring down. We need to see from solid, and then from here that I want to do is just select that and bring down, extrude into the bottom. From here let's click, and this one, selection, and separate it. So from here, this spray just only have one, so we can do some animation from this. We can like doing like up and down like that, so we can do it like that, but not now, we will do it later. So now let's add some loop cuts, I think something like this. Alright, so now let's move into the top side here, click tab, and then let's add some loop cuts, Ctrl R, and grab this one, just click B and selection for separated, and click this one, click A and extrude up. This will be for the lid, and we can have it here, just grab it up a little bit like this. Alright, now we have everything here, but we can hide this first, like click E and then F. Right, now let's hide and hide and hide. So we have this one, and over here we'll not using any solidify for this bottle. We will add a thickness by like manually like this. So just make it a little bit bigger, at least like that. And now let's bring down, like I think like this or like this. I think like this will be fine. So after that, click F and add insert in the middle, and then after that add a loop cut just a little bit down, and one more, I think for this inside here, add a loop cut, something like this. Cool. And now we can go into the bottom. We can check it here, like to add, we can add some little bit detail, and from here we can grab it up a little bit, and we will add some bevel, Ctrl V and then S. So we will have something like that. I know this model is not really so smooth, but we can make it smooth. Go into the modifier, let's add bevel. We can using bevel, or we can using some subdivision surface. If we are using subdivision surface, then we have to do a little bit editing here. Add a loop cut, just grab it up a little bit more like this. And then for this bottom side, let's bring down a little bit like this. Alright, now we will add it for the spray. For the spray we will using I think bevel, that will be fine. We can using 20, and here we'll be using like 0.1. So we'll be like this, and for the middle, oops sorry, and for the middle around here we can a little bit of thickness and go here to edit the proportional editing, and click S, just make it a little bit small for the size, grab it down, and now will be looks a little bit having some, you know, like some curve, and we can add more like that. Alright, now this is kind of cool. Let's bring back here. Now we have slit, some lid, and this lid we will using subdivision surface. We can using 2 or 3. And now let's add some loop cut here. Alright, and add a loop cut in the middle, not in the middle, almost into the corner. Set auto smooth. Alright, now I already saved the file, and something what we don't have here is some pipe. This pipe will connect into this spray. Make it just a little bit small, grab it up, and then S, Z, and so from here we can do a little bit like editing to make it looks like a pipe. Okay, so we can grab it like this and like that. Now let's go move into this geometry, and using depth, and we'll be like this. What we have now looks interesting. Save the file, and now let's move into the materials or shader editor, and then we want to make it up here so we can use it here from the bottom. From here we will using a cycles, CPU, GPU if you have it, and 10 here, just 12, that will be fine for the tutorial. So alright, now let's make it the object connected. Let's add empty. I think we will using this cube, grab it up, or maybe we will using just only plane axis. Grab it the plane axis down here, grab it up, make it a little bit bigger, click A, Control P, and keep object transform. We need the camera, grab it to the back, make it bigger, more close, and using orthographic, or maybe we will using perspective using 120, something like that. And now we can bring up a little bit. We will not using background, so just transparent to see how is the material going. Right, now we will make some glass, and this glass will be just simple, by the way. We will using we will using glass PSDF, just simple, will be looks like that. But from here that we can like controlling how is the roughness, but I think I will using something like Win 2 will be like this, so you can see about the pipe also inside. And we can try to bring down also, if you want more see like that, you can bring more into 0. But here is because I want to see just like a little bit inside, so we will keep it like in 146, something like that. And for the IOR also you can make it like this or like that more, but here you just keep it like this, simple, right? And then for this one I think I will just using something simple glass like that. And for this top side here we can using some spherical bottle, and then we can make it looks interesting also for this if we want it. But yeah, we can make it. And by the way, from here, bring up anisotropic, add some ramp. So ramp connect into the color ramp, so we can have it here. Add some linear light, add some noise texture, connect it to the vector. Alright, and now we can add a gradient texture, connect vector into the first one, Control P, and then delete that and connect into the first one. Decrease this just only 0.1, add this like duplicated, and now move it into the second one, and from here we can move it into the roughness, something like that if we want. But for the color, I think we need to change it more, like a little bit dark, and then something like purple maybe. Sorry, not purple, but a little bit like gray, like this. So we can have it like that. And then for the bottom here, we can edit also, like using ramp, color ramp. So just duplicate this one, connect into the second vector of the color ramp. Now going to the normal. So from here we can add some bump. Connect here, connect into the edge, and now we will have something looks interesting, spherical, metallic, and we can do a little bit setting here and like more like this. This is from this side, so you can have it how it looks like, but I think for this one we can make it like this here and a little bit more metallic. And now let's bring this vector into the first color ramp. So now we can have it something like that. But also over here, if you see, we need to bring down at least like this. Okay, so now we can have it looks interesting lit. Okay, maybe something like this. This is kind of cool, and more close like this. Cool, like it. And yeah, this is really interesting to have it. And now let's hide that. Let's go back here and add the same one, also this one here. Can have it like this. And let's bring back this lid. Alright, now we can go inside here, but it's very easy by the way. We just need to copy it around this part like this, and this one, oops, sorry, this, and then the last one is here. And now we can copy it by like double duplicate it, and then click P selection. So now we have this part, and this part we will using. Alright, so now let's duplicate it and let's changing the color, and over here we can have it that, but we have to resize it a little bit to make sure that having amazing color here. Then we can using like maybe like orange or red, something like this, like something orange is kind of cool. And we need to copy this number, so we can connect it there, and we can using that one, go to the RGB and here. And now we will add some paper, but for the paper we can we can duplicate this part. So we will duplicate P, and that's all. And after that, click here, make it small, SZ, make it small, at least something like this. And then, but I need to see first. Okay, I think something like that, and cool. And now we will delete just only half of this, not even half, I think, and we'll be here. And from here we will delete this one, and after that we will use it some solidify, and then like this here, so we can see from the top. And then we need some subdivision surface, I think, still. And here let's add a loop cut, move it closely here. And now this one, move it closely like that. It's because this solidify go inside. Make sure this offset into 1, so the solidify will be go from inside into the outside like this. And now something that I want to do is just like apply this solidify. Wait a few seconds, and now we can apply it. And after that, let's add a loop cut like 2 times. Alright, so guys, if you already do that, let's go into the UV and export UV layout. So we will have this layout, and then from here that let's just write here layout, and then just keep it like this because this is PNG. So just export UV layout. And now let's go into the Figma. Alright, now let's move into this level material that we have it already made from Figma. So around here, let's change it into the name like level like this. So add some mix shader. Okay, put a mix shader here, add another principal BS depth, connect into the first one, connect into the second one, and now Ctrl T. And then from here, that we can do is just delete this texture coordinate and mapping. Alright, now we already have the picture, and just add it here. And now we can maybe you guys cannot see because over here it's still white color, so we can make it black. And if you move closely, you cannot see anything like the texture from like paper or something like that, but we can do it here. Add bump, connect into the normal, noise texture, connect into the edge. So from here we can add a texture coordinate and mapping. So after that we can add a color ramp, put a color ramp here, and if you see closely you can see about the paper texture here. And now let's go back into the view render viewport. Now click tab into this spray, just choose something that you want to choose, this one, subdivide 2 times, and then after that you can right click, loop tools, and circle. So from here, just make it a little bit small and edit to it like that. So I want to use this plant as a background here, like in the background like this maybe. And then the second one I will put in the front, to the front like this, but not so big. We can make it more smaller. And the cube we will put this one. Alright, then make it more bigger and longer a little bit. And then from here that I want to do, I think this one is touching the bottle, so we have to move it up a little bit like that. And then now we can add some loop cuts like this, and then like this, one more like this. Cool. So now let's add some rocks material that we can find by Blender Kit. So we can try to find it from here. So I think just simple rock, I think this one. You can see how it looks like. Okay, this is kind of fine and cool. So we have to add some subdivision surface. Let's add it into 2, and here let's set auto smooth, and from this set auto smooth we can curve it more up. I think we will more grab it back to the back side here, so we can have it more light. And the light here we will using 0. Shift A, we will add a light using the area, and move it back here. We will add at least like this, but maybe more will be fine. Okay, and we can grab it more up like this, and then we can duplicate it here a little bit front. And the second one for the area, I think, or maybe we will using spot. Grab it to the back and then rotate it. Rotate it into this the plant what we already prepared. So make it more bright, something like that. And then maybe we can grab it more to the back, something like this, and more bigger. From here we will do a little bit changing by the light, and then we can make it more smaller or bigger. And here we can make it like more bigger, I think, something like that. Alright, so guys, tutorial for today is done. And by the way, if you want to have file exactly like this, you can join with my Patreon. So for now, this tutorial is done, and maybe later I will try to make some animation about this perfume. And so yeah, stay tuned on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Jay here. See you in the next video.